I did an interview with you about 6-7 months ago about autism. I know less about autism now than I started. Not because I haven't tried. I'm confused. First of all, if you could say in a couple of sentences what autism is, you would help me. What is autism?
Yeah. It's not that easy to say, first of all, because we now know that there are probably multiple etiologies.
But the classical kid, not a little speck.
A classical child with autism will have symptoms in the 3 classical areas. They will have symptoms in speech, language, and communication. Typically, their speech and language will be delayed. They will, in many cases, as high as 30 or 40%, not have functional speech. And those kids that do develop speech often develop echolalia, or meaning they repeat what's said rather than using their speech functionally. So there are clear indicators in terms of speech and language. The second area that's universally affected in children who are considered classically autistic would be in their social development. So they're often very unrelated. Their eye contact is not present. They're not looking at people. They're often not sharing affect. So when one person smiles, they don't share the response. They appear aloof, unconnected. And the third area is in the repetitive behaviors. So the more classic symptoms would be things like flapping your hands, spinning objects, or squinting at lights, all the way up to higher level kind of behaviors like watching television shows over and over and over and repeating what they hear, or lining up cars and looking at them in a very rigid way. But the child who has classic autism, you would see these symptoms very pronounced across all 3 areas.
That's the classical.